this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a pantry in your RV. This is something that I looked for when we first got our RV back in September of 2017, and I couldn't find anything that could help me utilize the room that I have already in my RV. Now, if you have a fifth wheeler, if you have a big trailer, you have room to make your own pantry, or you have already a pantry. But if you, like me, have a small motorhome, this is a 23 feet motorhome, you probably know that there is no room to make anything. Like if you try to make one of those really nice pull-out kind of pantries, you're not gonna have anywhere to put it. It's not going to fit, especially if it's a newer RV. They have everything, every square inch plan, so you don't even have wall room to hang anything. So for me, it was kind of tricky to see that people were making these things and that they had the room to kind of make it work into their rigs. And even though I didn't use any of their tips, it kind of gave me an idea on what to look for, and when I saw it, I kind of made it work for me. So I had to be a little bit more creative, and I came up with an idea to use a cabinet that it's on top of the door. So it's one of those areas that you wouldn't think to put a pantry, using containers from the dollar stores or Dollar Tree. I realized that it works, that it looks nice, that it's organized, and that I have everything that I need in my arm's reach to actually use everything that I have in my pantry. So I hope that all the tips and tricks that I share with you in this video on how to set up your own RV pantry will help you set it up in a way that you enjoy it and that you have everything that you need to enjoy your cooking while you are RVing. Okay, I'm gonna show you the cabinet that I've been using as my pantry. Now that's the door, and this is the cabinet. More than likely you have something similar to this in your RV. It doesn't matter if it's a newer one or if it's an older one. I felt like I had to find a use for this cabinet, that I was going to be able to use all the space that is in the back of this cabinet. So as you can see right there, it's pretty deep. Okay, so before I move on and show you how I make everything work inside my pantry, I'm going to show you the containers that I've been using. As you can see, I labeled them with sugar. That this is the one that we use for the coffee, and I have it in a small container inside, but I wanted to put creamers and stuff, so I put them all in the same. The hot cocoa, so instead of having the box, I put it inside these containers, and I'll talk about the containers in just a minute. Oatmeal, instead of the box, I put it here. Dog food, that's just a little bit. I usually have a little bit here. If it's at night and I don't want to open the basement, then I can use that. I also have pancake mix, and I decided to do the labels because pancakes and harina, which is flour, they look pretty much the same, and I didn't want the kids to get confused. Here I have this chicken thingy and some onion soup. These are just some spices, kind of spices that I use. Sauces for gravy, for mashed potatoes, and I also have here the gravy that you use for biscuits. I have a combination. See, instead of having them in different containers, I put here the baking powder, and I also put here the yeast. So if I'm going to bake or whatever, I have it there. I have the flour here, sugar, rice that I need to refill. This is a popcorn thing, and I wanted to show you as a reference how big they are. This is a Kirkland Costco microwave popcorn, and this is a brand of the containers. This is a Sure Fresh. It's a 6.75 cups. It's pretty big. As you can see, it fits one of these packets, and I mean it fits, I don't know, I think 5 or 6 of them, but as you can see, as a reference, I also got some cereal here, and I usually get, just as a reference, I put half of a bag here and half of another bag here of the regular size cereal. Now, this containers retail for $1. You can find them at Dollar Tree, and I'll have the name in the description box down below. So this, it helps me so I don't have to store boxes or anything like this with weird shape. They're all the same shape, so they're going to fit perfectly in my cabinet. They are the perfect height, and they are the perfect width. And I think I have 15 of them, so I ended up spending $15 to set up my pantry. Now, of course, this is everything staple wise that I need, especially when I'm boondocking and I don't really want to go to Walmart and get supplies. I mean, this will last me over 10 days. So that sugar, the flour, I mean, all this stuff, well, most of this stuff, some other stuff, it will last me longer, like the yeast and the baking powder and stuff like that. Now, what is really nice about it is these containers, you can open them from, you know, just the lid. It has that lip right there, or you can open them from here. Now, they're pretty tight, so you do need both hands, one to hold this and the other one to open. So let me open it for you with both hands. Wondering why would I want something that is so hard to open? Well, with both hands it's not really hard, and it's nice because it actually closes in a way that it's not going to snap open and make a mess in your pantry area. So that is really nice, and they're only $1, so it's super affordable. This is something that I got some at Dollar Tree and some other one at Walmart. Now I'm going to show you the differences. This is the Dollar Tree one and this is the Walmart. You can see the Walmart one has a bigger space in between each one of them, and it makes the grip better. So I slowly have been replacing all of the Dollar Tree ones for this one, because they're not, this one's, I think they're $182 and they come with even more in the roll. So I think it's worth it. So what I'm going to do is I basically cut it to shape to that cabinet, and I'm going to set it in the bottom so when we are driving, the containers are not making any noises or bumping into each other. They kind of get a grip into this so they don't move that much. And I'm going to show you how I do it. I just set it there. It's a black thing that I just show you. I am putting it there. It's not as, you know, wide as this cabinet is, but it doesn't matter. You just have to make sure that it comes all the way to the opening of the cabinet. And now I'm going to start to organize the containers here. Now, when I organize, I usually put the ones that I use the least in the back. So let's say flour, it's going to go all the way back. It ended up fitting 8 of them in the back. And I mean, there is still room. I wanted to leave this one a little bit crooked so you can see there is still room in between each one of them, and it's not hard to reach. So now I'm going to do the other row. So now I added the other 7, and as you can see, they're kind of tilted to the side right here, so I can see the back. The phone is not focusing, so I can see the back in between right here. So it fits perfectly for my cabinet, 15 of them, and it's exactly what I need. Let me show you what I do for the rest of the stuff that I take for, you know, any trip. So here I will put everything that it's not going to fit there. It's not going to be that category. For example, if I'm going to take bread, this is where I'm going to store it. If I'm going to take chips, it's going to go here. If I'm going to take bagels and they don't fit in the fridge, I'm going to put them here. If I don't know, whatever randomness. And if it doesn't fit in these 2 bins, they're not going with us. We're going to buy it on the way there, because there is no point of taking so much food, even though we're 6. I mean, with this couple of cubbies plus what I take as a pantry is more than enough. Now this one, what I did is I kind of lined it very poorly with a Walmart bag or some kind of grocery bag, because I had oils there and stuff, and I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to stay in the little cubby. But you know, you can do a better job than mine, but just so you have an idea, everything else needs to fit this too, and if it doesn't fit, it's not going. Now let me show you how they look. I got these bins at Marshall's. They were $4, 2 for $4, so very affordable. They're kind of heavy duty, as you can see right here. I'm going to show you other ones that I have, and it has this bottom. I mean, they're collapsible, so if you want to close them and keep them like that, you can totally do that, but I don't like to do that. This just live here. So I put this that is harder, and it creates some kind of shelf. so I can store everything here. You can put it like this and it will look nicer, but you're not going to be able to see what's inside. As you can see, they're both the same, and I wanted them to be sturdier than the other ones that I bought, just because that is where the food is going to go. And yeah, I needed something more that was going to stay put like this and not going to collapse or going to be so flimsy that things are going to kind of fall apart. So I stored this right here, and just so you have an idea, that's where my kitchen is. So it's not my bedroom, you know, per se, but it's close to the kitchen. Now, this is the other kind of container that I like to use, but as you can see, it's very flimsy, so I wouldn't recommend you to get one of this for shelves, because if you look at this, I mean, it's not going to stay as shelves. But this is my closet. When we are traveling, I am allowed, or I allow myself to take 2 bins of this with clothes. When we're traveling, this is everything that I can take with me. And the same thing goes for my husband. He has those bins and he has to fit everything in one of those. I mean, in both of them, if he wants to take it on the trip. Thanks again for watching this video, and I will see you on my next one.